once you hit 60, life can start to shift in ways you never saw coming. Some people step into this stage feeling more energized, more at peace, and more in tune with life than ever before. But for others, the experience is quite the opposite. They wake up each day feeling aimless, unmotivated, and unsure of what the day might bring. And no, this difference isn't just about luck. The real game changer, it's whether or not you have the core essentials in place to support your body, your mindset, and your sense of purpose. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 things you absolutely need after 60 if you want to stay healthy and live with intention. These aren't luxury items or far-off dreams. They simple, powerful elements that often go unnoticed until their absence starts quietly draining your quality of life. These things are missing, life can start to feel exhausting, overwhelming, even unhealthy. But when you do have them in place, every morning feels fuller, more vibrant, and genuinely worth waking up for. Recommend watching all the way to the end because the last item on this list is something most people don't realize they've lost until they start feeling like a part of themselves has slipped away. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear sense of what really matters and how you can make sure these essentials are part of your future moving forward. Let's dive in. 1. A strong sense of purpose. Life takes a different turn after 60 for years. Your days were likely packed with raising kids, managing a job, juggling responsibilities, and checking off endless to-do lists. You had reasons to wake up, get to work, pay bills, drop the kids off at school, attend meetings, and never maigre. But eventually, all that busyness slows down or stops completely. The kids move on, work ends, your daily routine loosens up, and suddenly you might wake up one morning asking yourself, so, what do I do today? That's when the most important thing kicks in, purpose. Having a purpose isn't just about filling your time, it's about feeling like you still matter, that you still contribute something meaningful. Because being alive isn't just about breathing, it's about feeling fulfilled. When you open your eyes in the morning, what's the first thing on your mind? Do you feel excited for the day ahead? Or does every day feel the same, like time is dragging you along? If you're spending your day just trying to stay busy, chances are you're missing something deeper: direction. Studies show that people who have a strong sense of purpose tend to live longer, feel less depressed, and face fewer chronic illnesses. So no, this isn't just about mindset, it's about physical health too, and what purpose looks like is different for everyone. Take Richard, for example. He retired at 65 after a long career in finance. At first, retirement felt great, sleeping in, reading the paper, enjoying slow mornings. But as the weeks passed, he started to feel off. Every day felt the same. Nothing felt exciting anymore. That changed when he started mentoring young professionals at a local startup program. Suddenly, he had a reason to get up again. His energy returned, his mind came alive, conversations had meaning, he felt useful, valued, connected. That's the power of purpose. And no, your purpose doesn't have to be something huge. It could be volunteering, walking your grandkids to school, joining an art class, writing a journal, growing veggies in the backyard, or finally learning to play guitar. Whatever it is, if it makes you feel engaged, needed, or just alive, then it matters. Being able to say, I have something to look forward to today, is key to keeping your passion for life. Without it, life gets heavy with it. Every morning feels like a fresh start. And here's the best part. It's never too late to find a new purpose. It's not about where you are, it's about where you want to go. Because in the end, life isn't about how much time you have left, it's about what you do with the time you've got. 2. Meaningful social connections. One of the biggest mistakes people make after 60 is slowly pulling away from others, often without even realizing it. It happens quietly. Retirement sets in, and you lose touch with coworkers. The kids start their own lives. Friends move away or get caught up in their own routines. Before you know it, you're spending more time alone than ever. Sure, a little alone time can be peaceful, even good for the soul, but when that solitude becomes the norm, it stops being harmless and starts becoming a real health risk. Humans are social creatures, and going too long without meaningful connection can take a serious toll on both the mind and body. Lack of meaningful social interaction doesn't just impact your mood, it weakens your immune system, raises your blood pressure, and even affects your brain health. Long-term loneliness has been linked to depression and dementia. In fact, studies say chronic loneliness can be just as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And here's the saddest part, most people don't even realize it's happening. They say things like, I'm fine, or I like being alone, but over time they talk less, smile less, engage less, and start feeling less alive. Take Margaret, for example. She's 72, and after her husband passed away, she spent most of her time alone at home. At first, it felt freeing. She could wake up when she wanted, do things at her own pace. But after a few months, she started to feel that quiet turning into emptiness. Things she used to enjoy no longer interested her. She talked less, laughed less, withdrew more. Then one day, she joined a walking group at a local park. At first, it was just small talk with strangers, but over time, those walks became the best part of her day. She made new friends, shared stories, laughed again, and life slowly started to feel brighter. Her story shows us something important. Building social connections doesn't mean going out every night or meeting tons of new people. What really matters is having a handful of people you connect with regularly, a few friends, a sibling, maybe even a neighbor. And yes, even a quick phone call can make a big difference. The key word here, consistency. Having someone who checks in on you, shares moments with you, and reminds you you're not alone, that's powerful. If you've started to drift away from your social circle without noticing, try taking small steps to reconnect. Join a local class, volunteer, go to a community event, or simply call an old friend. It might feel awkward at first, but trust me, that one step can change everything. Remember, life is better when it's shared, and after 60, strong social connections aren't just a nice bonus, they are essential. Mate, it's essential. If you want to stay healthy, mentally sharp, and truly enjoy life, you need people in your corner. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, drop a 2 in the comments too. Let us know you're here, and if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn notifications so you never miss a new video. Your support is what helps us keep making content that informs and inspires. 3. Physical strength and mobility. When you hit 60, life tends to slow down a bit, but that doesn't mean your body has to. In fact, this is when taking care of your physical health becomes more important than ever, because how you treat your body now will determine how freely and independently you'll live in the years ahead. A lot of people assume that getting weaker, slower, or more tired is just a natural part of aging. But the truth is, those changes aren't just about age. They're often the result of not moving enough, not using your muscles, and letting your body become idle. This kind of decline usually sneaks up on you. First, stairs feel a little tougher. Then, carrying grocery bags becomes a chore. Next thing you know, you're needing to push off with your hands just to get out of a chair. These small signs might not seem like much at first, but over time they add up and they start to limit your life. Things like getting up from a chair, going for a walk, or opening a jar slowly become challenges, and once you lose your mobility, getting it back is a much harder road. Take Pa, for example. He was 68 and had always lived an active life, but after retiring, he stopped exercising altogether. At first, he felt fine, nothing seemed different, but soon enough, he noticed stiffness in his legs every morning, pain in his knees while walking, and eventually he needed his hands just to stand up from a chair. Then one day, he tripped on the few steps outside his house. Not because the steps were too steep, but because his legs simply didn't react fast enough. That's when it hit him. He wasn't just aging, he was becoming inactive, and it was costing him his strength. The good news, you can turn this around at any age. Strength and flexibility can be rebuilt even in your 70s. It's never too late to start, and the smallest actions can lead to big improvements. Take a walk, even just 10 or 15 minutes a day can work wonders. Do a few squats or leg lifts while watching TV. Try light resistance training with small dumbbells to keep your muscles engaged. These simple movements can help strengthen your legs, protect your joints, boost your heart health, and even clear your mind. Studies show that older adults who exercise regularly have fewer falls, better heart function, and sharper brain activity. And here's something most people don't think about: muscle strength isn't just about your body, it's deeply connected to your metabolism, your immune system, and your energy levels. Less muscle means a slower metabolism, which leads to weight gain and fatigue. It also weakens your immune system, making it harder to fight off illness and harder to recover when you do get sick. So whatever small step you take today, it's an investment in a more mobile, independent tomorrow. This isn't about bodybuilding, it's about staying active, staying capable. As long as your body can carry you, life won't hold you back. And remember, the earlier you start, the longer you'll stay on your feet. And at this stage of life, that's what real freedom looks like. 4. Financial stability and peace of mind. When you hit your 60s, you might think your biggest stress will come from health issues, maybe even loneliness. But here's the truth. One of the most common sources of stress for people at this stage in life is financial uncertainty. You may have worked your whole life, saved diligently, and thought, I'm set for retirement, but then life throws you a curveball, a leaky roof that needs major repairs, an unexpected medical bill, rising prices on just about everything, and suddenly the savings you once felt confident about start shrinking fast. Next thing you know, every trip to the store feels like a math test. Every bill that shows up makes your chest tighten just a little. And no, this isn't just about money, it's about the stress, the mental toll, and the nagging feeling of uncertainty that chips away at your peace of mind. But here's the good news. Financial peace is something you can build no matter your age. It starts with knowing where you stand. And no, you don't need a fancy advisor or complex spreadsheets, just a table, a pen, and the courage to take an honest look at your finances. How much money is coming in? Where is it going out? Are you still paying for subscriptions you don't use? Insurance plans that don't fit your life anymore? You might be surprised how much is slipping through the cracks without you even noticing. Plugging those leaks is the first step to building your own emergency cushion, that little safety net that gives you peace when the unexpected hits. Because it's not about having more money, it's about using your money smarter. And don't forget, your ability to earn doesn't disappear just because you've retired. You can take on some consulting, turn a hobby into income, or find light part-time work doing something you enjoy. And often it's not just your wallet that benefits, your sense of purpose does too. One more thing, healthcare costs. These can become one of the biggest financial burdens in your later years. That's why it's so important to have the right insurance and a plan for long-term care. When medical issues pop up, and they often do, you won't be left scrambling or panicking about how to pay for it all. Because at the end of the day, financial stability isn't just about the dollars in your account. It's about freedom, independence, and that incredible feeling of knowing you're in control of your life. And once you feel that sense of control, you walk through life with more courage, more confidence, and a whole lot more peace. 5. Personal growth and curiosity. After turning 60, a lot of people start thinking their best years are behind them. They fall into routines, avoid trying new things, and slowly lose that spark to learn or challenge themselves. At first, it doesn't feel like a big deal, but over time, something shifts. You start feeling stuck. Life feels repetitive. Excitement fades, curiosity gets dull, and any sense of forward momentum slowly disappears. And this doesn't just affect your mood, it impacts your brain, your energy, even your health. Here's the truth: the moment you stop learning, you start declining. Research shows that keeping your brain active, whether it's by reading, learning new things, or just staying curious, can significantly reduce the risk of cognitive decline and illnesses like Alzheimer's. And no, this isn't just about staying busy. This is about pushing yourself, discovering new things, and reconnecting with that feeling of accomplishment. Take Thomas, a 74-year-old retired engineer. He spent decades working on complex projects. When he retired, he welcomed the break. It was nice at first, no deadlines, no pressure. But after a while, that quiet turned into restlessness. He didn't have goals anymore, no real challenge. Days started to blur together. Then one day, he signed up for a basic woodworking class at his local community center. What started as a simple hobby turned into something bigger. He built toys for his grandkids, made handcrafted gifts for friends, even started selling a few items at a local market. But more importantly, he came alive again. Learning something new gave him confidence, a fresh outlook, and a renewed sense of purpose. Now, personal growth doesn't mean going back to college or building the next big invention. It can be reading a new book, trying out an instrument, picking up a new language, even solving a few brain puzzles. It's not about being perfect, it's about staying open. Keeping your curiosity alive sharpens your mind and refreshes how you see the world. And here's something most people don't realize: curiosity keeps you young. People who stay curious tend to be more positive, more flexible, and more social. They've got interesting things to talk about. They're excited about the future. They keep making plans. So ask yourself this beat: when was the last time you learned something new just for fun? When was the last time you challenged yourself and felt proud afterward? If it's been a while, maybe it's time to try again. Yeah. Because the hard truth is, the moment you stop growing, you start fading. But as long as you keep learning, exploring, and staying curious, life will keep rewarding you, no matter how old you are. Final thoughts. If you want to live a truly fulfilling and meaningful life after 60, there are 5 essentials you really need to have in place: a real sense of purpose, deep, meaningful social connections, a strong and capable body, financial security, and above all, space for personal growth. If even one of these is missing, life can start to feel a bit off, stressful, lonely, or just flat. But when they all come together, each day feels richer, more joyful, and truly your own. Now take a moment and ask yourself, which of these areas are you already solid in? And which ones could use a little more attention? Do you wake up with a sense of purpose? Do you have people around you who support and uplift you? Are you taking care of your body and staying active? Do you feel financially safe and steady? And most importantly, are you still learning, still curious, still setting new goals for yourself? If even one of those questions gives you pause, don't wait for someday, start today, because even the smallest step you take now can lead to big changes down the road. Here's the key: don't lose your curiosity, stay connected, and instead of pulling back, lean forward into life. Remember, Life doesn't end at 60. For many people, that's when it really begins. Thanks so much for watching this video. Drop a comment below and let us know one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your own life. Your thoughts matter to us more than you know. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs it. Your support helps us reach more people and keep creating content that informs, inspires, and empowers. We'll see you in the next one.